Hi, it's Gary here, Senior Organic Data Specialist here at Koozai. Today I'm just going to walk through a couple of tips for Google Tag Manager when it comes to tracking tips for site redesigns and basically how users are interacting with your website. So in Google Tag Manager, you'll have your variables, and this is just going to use the built-in ones in Google Tag Manager. So when you go to configure these, you can pick from the built-in list here. So you've got your standard ones like page URL, page path, events, container ID, things like that. But I just want to focus on a couple of ones for how for tracking and how users use this website. So you have things like the form section here. So let's include those. The clicks as well, and videos as well for tracking embedded YouTube videos, things like that. So I'm just going to activate all of these for now and just scrolling. So the good thing about all these built-in variables is that you can pretty much use a combination of any of them to track pretty much any aspect of your website. So some of them are pretty straightforward, such as the video ones. These just show where the videos come from, the URL, titles, duration, interactions, such as what could be used for interactions like playing, pausing, and so how much has passed on the video with a video percent. Similarly, with the scrolling, you can see how users are viewing the content on your website. So you can either do this by depth units or depth threshold. I like to use a depth threshold and do, say, 25, 50, 75, and 100%. So then you can basically see if the user's gone to halfway, so trigger about there, then 75 sort of here, and 100, sort of rarely used, all the way down to the bottom. If you were just to like here, you're not quite at the bottom, so that wouldn't trigger the 100%. But yeah, all these firing off as events are good to see which pages people are actually, scrolling down in. So you could get page views on this /collection/men's URL, but if you're not actually getting any users going down past, say, 50%, then that might mean this link here is, never seen. So you can kind of use the scroll depth to see which bits of content are viewed. So similarly on a blog page, so I'll just open up a blog here. And if you had this set to the scroll thresholds, then you'll be able to see how far down people read. So again, if you've got some embedded links or something further down here, and only say 20% of people are actually going past the 50% mark, then you'll know it's only that amount of people are actually seeing those links. So the scroll depth is just a good way to see how far down people go, basically. The next really good thing which I like to do is tracking different click element classes. So I'll just go back to product listing one here. Obviously, we're not using preview mode at the moment in Tag Manager, but if you do and you click around your website and you're tracking all the clicks and you can see specific click elements and IDs and things like that, it'll be good to track what people are like clicking on these interactive parts of the website. So, for example, the sort by in the top right on here, you could just pull through what the user actually click on this click ID, just to see how people are sorting them and which ones aren't used, basically. So this might be able to make your default sort of view on the page rather than best selling. If everyone's going onto it and clicking low to high, they might make that one the default. Similarly, if everyone's clicking through on, say, men's shorts on here, then it might be worthwhile to get that a bit more prominent on the website. So if you just got like men's, women's, but this is a lot of your traffic going through to that, then yeah, you want to get some more links onto that. Obviously, some of these elements can be seen through analytics, but not all of them, not directly anyway. So you might have, this product page on protein there from the homepage, but if you've got other links on the homepage, you don't know which one they're pressing. So you can just track the click IDs of sort of your banner ads, larger sections on your homepage, even things which aren't links. So let's just go to a page with some content on. So if you can make it so when people click on, say, these descriptions, it can pull through that data through with your click text just as an event in Google Analytics. Just basically see if people clicking on these bits a lot, they might expect it to be a link. Similarly with images, if you had a website where these images don't change on a bit above, if they're just sort of hover over, or basically any element on your website which looks like it could be interacted with but maybe isn't, you can just see where people are clicking on them with these click element, click text, and a combination of these things. So it's a bit hard to go into specifics without looking at an individual website, but hopefully these kind of give you some ideas as to what to look for with Tag Manager and setting up events on your website to help with redesigns and basically future development work as well.